You got enough cards there, Ebon?
Hello there. Oh, wrong franchise. What's up, everyone? Welcome to At the Helm. I'm just going to close this door so you don't pick up any background noise. I've got Minnie the cat with me today, and she is eager to watch some Star Trek Attack Marine. So we've got round one game. We've got Nick versus Ed, peak performance. So it's your typical death match with a planet set up in the middle as default. And the rules are: once your ship is destroyed, it respawns in your deployment, not within range one of another ship, minus one shield, and it gives you, for every ship you destroy, it's an extra 5 points. For the purposes of the leaderboard, points will be capped out at 120, but for the purpose of the game itself, it's whoever's got the highest score. That's the long and short of it. And then the next event, round 2, will be Wrath of Khan, which will be a nebula battle, which flies against everything in this game. You know, you can only shoot at range 1. You've got extra defense. Your typical, once you're dead. But that's not the focus of today. The focus of today is Nick versus Ebon. So while they're almost finished setting up, let us go through the lists. I'll put their desktop audio on in the background, so that's the hit noises you'll hear. Let's get rid of Flight Club, because it's not a Flight Club game. Right, starting off is Ebon. Ebon is rocking a Defiant Wolf Pack. as intended. They're up against a Borg fleet, just what they were built for. And I've accidentally skipped the list. There it is. So you've got the Sao Paulo, is a heavy hitter of the fleet with all the extra conversions and action efficiency and defense. He's got the ablative armor, he's got Vorik, he's got Bashir to reactivate all the time, upgraded phasers for raw offense, phaser cannons for a double tap ability, red alert to repurpose those battle stations, Shamfi for rerolls, I believe, mostly. Also it's an extra captain skill, so calculating can go up to 11 when he uses it. Yeah, and Worf, so that's his heavy hitter at 41 points. Then he's got Clark Terrell. It's more of his defensive support ship, with Clark's ability of giving everyone an extra green. Ablative armor, phaser cannons. This ship will probably just battle stations anyway and just fly close to a wingman or the fleet. You got William Riker, fantastic captain in my opinion, very underrated. Calculating, ablative armor, phaser cannons, upgraded phasers, so it hits harder. If it's shooting a ship that's bigger than it, it gets a few more extra dice thanks to Riker's ability. And he's going to obviously be supported by Clark Terrell. And then finally you've got Jean-Luc Picard, the 2017 starter version, who gives everyone a battle stations for his action, including his own ship. So expect this fleet to fly together. Calculating, ablative armor, phaser cannons, upgraded phasers. It's going to hit hard, it's got some decent interfleet mechanics there. So, and they're not overly expensive. He's just got to keep an eye on that Sao Paulo, because that's, I think, could be an Achilles heel for its sheer amount of points. Nick himself, he's rocked up today with a Borg fleet. So he's got 2 spheres, one with Captain Core, who gets the crew rerolls, and Nick's slotted 2 crew onto there. Let's get rid of Flight Club again. There we go. He's got 2 threat analysis, so the Borg sphere can battle stations every turn, and then he's just got extra crew, cheap crew for the rerolls. And then he's got Shakar Idon, who can reroll blank results, and then 2 times threat analysis for the battle stations every turn. And then finally, his little wild card is the Independent Reliant, with Captain Carr with 2 lone hunts, so as long as he's not within range 1 to 2 of a friendly ship, he gets 2 extra attack dice when shooting. Enhanced phasers, so he can make 2 shots, 1 at each target. Blanator's for a blank reroll and Dominion, extra Dominion modification. And Tasha Yar for a suicide attack. So if the person's very unlucky, Carl gets 2 shots off, get destroyed, then Tasha Yar will follow it up with another shot, which benefits from lone hunt. So this will be a suicide wildcard ship initially. It'll be very obnoxious. So here we are on the board. All audio is good. I'm just going to double check our audio levels quickly, and then I will patch us through to the room. In fact, I might as well just patch us through to the room now, hadn't I? Sup, peeps?
Like or mirroring.
Hello. Intros are all done. Table's yours. I'm just going to shoot off to do a audio check.
Okay, no worries.
Peace.
And yeah, any of my crew that weren't assimilated, or captains or crew, I assimilated as well. Some were harder than others. My Tashiyar was a bodged job, a horrific bodged job. And then I messed.
She left TNG.
Yeah, exactly. And I even messed around with my enhanced phasers card because I had time. So.
It's shooting some defiance.
Yeah, exactly. So it's quite thematic, actually.
Hopefully the hits shall be less direct.
Well, I mean, if you look at that, it's going past the defiance, so you know, very good.
Little glance and blow.
Yeah, could happen. Right. So it is. My lowest is a 6, so I think it'd be your 2 first, and then my 6.
Audio is sounding great. I'll just turn Ebon up a little bit, but yes, the audio
Good.
is sounding great.
Just lock himself down. There.
Perfect. Right. Yep. Okay, that's my 6 down. I'm next up at 8.
He is next. I've got 7 and 8, so.
Can't remember. Did I mute myself? No, I didn't.
No, I can hear you vaping away. Okay, now my 8s. Let's go with. I've just realised I made a bit of a mistake. I always forget that my Reliant is actually an 8. I should have placed my my sphere first. There we go. Oh, that's me done anyway.
It is very balanced.
So I'm just tweaking my microphone volumes at the moment. Just trying to get a little bit more volume in the mic without trying to get a little bit of background noise, which is typically the fan because of where I'm based under the stairs. For those that don't know what I'm on about, here I am. I am in the stairs, under the stairs, and here's Minnie. The cat, up here, Minnie. So yes, the computer is here, mic is here. That's probably the background noise. Really pisses me off.
Okay.
Well done. I don't have anything pre-turn until the shear starts proccing and calculating, so good luck and have fun.
Yeah, you too. I'll start with my manoeuvres then.
Alright, don't think the volume of the mic's working. Computer's here. Hopefully the background noise and ambient bridge sounds will get out there, hey. Right, so enough about the stream, the joys of streaming. So you've got the wolf pack in the bottom left there, just doing their dials evidently. So once they start their timer, my timer will start as well. So yeah, Ebon going for a bit more of an unconventional setup. Either that's a way to try and trick Nick, who's not going to be too aggressive with his fears.
How do I reset a new dial? Because
Oh, is it doing its thing?
it's got like a double layer on the.
Yeah, so just clone it and delete the old one and resync it. Should be fine.
You can expect that Reliant there in the middle on the right to just get straight stuck in. Nick's also customised it with some Borg technology on top of the hole and all that. Obviously, I don't want to mess with the camera. In fact, I think I might be able to give you a camera angle. Let's have a look. Let's do some tweaking. So, there you go. Let's marvel at what Nick's done then. There you go. Let's change the camera to third person. There you go. So yeah, he's Borgified his fuck, what go first place. Apparently he's Borgified a few things, so he's got
So
more Klingon,
my
some Shikar, really funny looking one, and then a
2 and then your 6. So
Borkyar,
Tyrrell's gonna do a
Okay.
1 bank,
Sphere
and he just grab the battle stations for now.
Very clever. Very nice, very evil.
Perfect. Okay, my 6. So my sphere. Just going to do a 1 forwards.
Start the timer.
And I'll just get the ball rolling on my threat analysis. You can probably see where I'm going to be going with this. It's going to be
Ball rolling. That's a
battle
good
stations. I get 2 time tokens on 1, and then it'll just clear. And yeah. So that is my 6. Your 7s.
Timer is
We'll
set.
do a 1 forward and battle stations. Riker will do a 2 bank and the same. And Picard will do a 2 forward and the same. And that's me all done.
Okay, perfect.
So yeah, so Ebon is gonna
So
want to keep
my-
that together to inflict
I might as well
maximum
get
damage
my
as
Reliant
much as
roll in.
possible.
It's just going to be a 1 bank to the left.
Neither of them want to
Take
commit
battle
too
stations.
far their halves of the board because if you get destroyed, you can probably
And
get stuck there.
Core is going to do a 1 forward and threat analysis as well.
So I think this is going to be a bit more of a cagey opening. But that
Okay.
Reliant's just going to go for it. It's got nothing to lose at
So-
this point.
End of round 1. Nice and easy. Time token off my threat analysis.
Evan, one of our newer players to the community, got an excellent track record at the moment. So I'm hoping this will be quite the challenge for Nick, who has yet to win a Fremont tournament. So I'm not sure if he's actually been in the final of a Fremont tournament either. So Nick stated his intention is going to just stay along his board edge on the right. Ebon, I'm hoping he gets his feet back together because that's where his strength will lie. Ebon has flown like 2 little wings, if you will. They won't be too far from each other, but I think from what I experienced the other day playing Dan W, better just to keep your ships together and just absolutely overwhelm someone. Nick's running what, a 8 and a 6 for captain skills, so there is a good chance Evan can delete one of them.
Yep. So, Terrell.
1 bank. Alright, getting his battle stations back.
Okay. So my sphere, gonna do a 1 forwards and threat analysis. And your 7s.
We'll do 3 battle stations.
Take Evan 2 to
And Riker will do a 1
formation, but at least he's going
and the same.
He should have enough time to do it.
Okay. My core, 1 threat analysis, and my reliant.
Ooh, here we go.
Excellent.
Plucky little Miranda.
I will take a battle stations. And I think then it's your 8, isn't it?
Miranda will be kicking out 5 dice. Typically depending on the target, but the 2 and the 7 will give quite a
Stations.
attack die on top of the 2 known.
And on to the PvP.
Yep. Okay.
Same
So combat phase. You're shooting first at 8, but I think you haven't got a shot, have you?
So my 7 and 2.
So my 8 then. So my Reliant
Let's get rid of that.
is going to shoot. I'll shoot the Horn Dog first.
Agreed.
It's going to be 2 base plus 1 for car because you've got a lower captain skill, plus 2 more for each lone hunt that I've got because I'm beyond range 2 of any other friendly ships. So I will roll. Ooh, okay. That's too good of a roll. I will car re-roll this one.
Agreed.
And I'll re-roll it a second time with his ability. Excellent. There we go. So 3 hits, 2 crits. So is that ablative armor and Tyrell, is it? Actually, I think you got a 5th dice as well. You
I
got.
was just going to say, yeah, range 3. So. Hey, Smokey. I have to pop you off the table now, man. Sorry.
Yes.
Yeah.
3 shields off the Horn Dog, is it?
I will spend his battle stations here and just take the 2 shields.
2 shields. No problem. So I'll trigger enhanced phases. So once I've performed a primary weapon attack, I can perform another primary weapon attack on a different ship.
Indeed.
So I'll shoot Tyrell at range 3. Same amount of dice. And I'll roll that. This time I will spend the battle stations for 5. Oh,
Well, we will. What's the damage? 5. No, we will take all of that on the shields and take 2 on the hull. Because there's no crits there, so. And we will return some of that shooting back, so Riker. He will go shoot 4 reds. Just the one.
okay. So it's 2 standard plus 1 for the range. Just enough.
So we'll shoot 3. And he will use the battle stations he saves.
Yep. Okay. And I will take 3 shields.
Not the best response there, considering the amount of damage the Reliant just did to him,
Get
but
rid of that for now.
that's the fate of them dice.
Okay, and that concludes
turn.
a rather bloody round. So, time tokens off that threat analysis, and time tokens off that threat analysis.
round 2. We're going into round 3 now, but the Palm Leaf of Deris, these are all ships I've named myself based on the captain. It was an award given to Mr. Tyrrell after he was stranded on the planet for several years, establishing trade routes. That ship took a beating, but at least Riker's still in the mix. Reliant will die this turn, but it's not going to go down without taking someone with it. More than likely the Palm Leaf. Easy points, but not a like-for-like trade though.
Actually, so for this round, I'm back on shoot first, aren't I?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. No, I thought better of it.
Calculating this turn on Riker.
Okay.
Discard that. Terrible. He is going to go forward 2. He will take a just in case. And then my 7s. Oh no,
My 6, yeah. So, Shakar. Doing that. And we'll take a threat analysis.
Out of curiosity.
Your 7s, yeah.
Sao Paulo and Picard. Sao Paulo will do a 3 bank and battle stations. And Picard will do a 2 forward. And he will use his fantasy action for 2 time tokens. Give a place a battle stations token beside all target ships.
Okay.
Not that I'm doing it this time, I just have interest. Can you double up on the battle stations with that on the
Let's
Paulo?
have a look at the text. So, yes, you can, because
Need to know.
the way he says place a battle stations token rather than you've done it as an action. So if you'd done it as an action, you couldn't do it again. But yeah, I don't see why you couldn't do it.
As always, Nick, rules lawyering his way to a victory. What an asshole.
That's me down into the Horn Dog, which is temporarily Captain Skill 10.
Okay, so core, doing a 4 forwards, threat analysis. And I don't know why I didn't. I really was tempted to do the 4 forwards with the Reliant, and I think I would have slot in perfectly behind Terrell there, but never mind. 1 forwards will do.
Still good enough.
And I'll take a battle stations.
Forward 1. We will take a target lock on the Reliant.
Okay.
And onto the Pew Pew.
On to the Pew Pew.
So realistically,
so
Sao Paulo
Riker is
sacrifice
going to
enough
trigger phaser cannons
to put pressure
Yep.
on Ebon to come
and
to the
then
side of
do
the board.
4 reds.
But if Ebon gets this kill, which is like even if Ebon lost the hit,
We'll spend the battle stations on that
it
one.
would force Ebon to go to Nick's side of the board unless
Make it 3
he's
hits.
baiting them in.
Cool. And that's just 2 greens.
Borg limited to range 1 to 2, so that is a limit for Nick, so he does have to be a bit more aggressive.
Okay, so that's 3. That's my hull. So I will die and trigger Tashiyar. So if your ship was just destroyed, discard this card and target 1 enemy ship within range 1 to 3 if possible. Immediately make 1 free attack against that ship with 4 attack dice. If the target ship is in your forward firing arc, that ship rolls -2 defense dice against this free attack.
Indeed.
Nick feeling
So,
pretty comfortable there.
I'll
Confident.
take the 3 damage cards anyway. Actually, I'm going to be shuffling them back into the deck anyway, so... now, who do I target though? That's the question. Love to take a pot shot at the Sao Paulo while it's...
As if you want to use your battle stations.
Then again, I can get probably a kill on the Horn Dog. Horn Dog's only lost 1 shield, hasn't it?
So I think Nick's checking what ship he can
Let's
shoot.
shoot the Horn Dog.
Yeah, he gets to
So,
leave.
I will go for a... So it's a 4 dice as a
yes, he can
base,
choose any ship he
but
wants.
then I also get to add 2 Lone Wolves, but not Car, because you are currently a higher captain skill, so Car doesn't get that particular ability going off. But I would get it against the Sao Paulo.
It's a good shout.
And it is range 2.
He's not likely to kill it. I think Nick needs to get some points back on the board.
No, I'll stick with the Horn Dog. So that's going to be 6 dice.
That's just 1 green.
Okay. So I will use Car to re-roll this one. Re-roll a second time. And then I'll spend the battle stations for 5 hits and a crit.
Just get out of the deck. And Riker will temporarily withdraw himself from the board.
Good shot.
And as will the Reliant.
Okay, not the same amount of points. However, tactically, he's
really.
shifted an almost full
Slap
health.
a critical hit token on your card.
Do I have to keep the time tokens on phaser cannons?
Nope, everything refreshes now.
Very nice.
So my Reliant will come back with one less shield. And you'll be pleased to hear that Tashiar was a discard and will not be returning. So that's the end of that round. And I will do my time tokens.
We've both got to put down our ships.
Yep. So nope, not that one. There we go. So it's pretty easy at this point. Just can't be within range. I think. Is it just can't be within range one of an enemy ship? Oh no, any other ship. So including your own.
So the Hornor here just got at the back there.
Yeah.
Shield.
And the Reliant is going to go there. Perfect. Okay, and dials.
Gross.
Ebon's just going to need to just slow roll this one here, and then get Riker whipping in with a 4 straight to get his fleet back together. Nick, however, probably going to do 2 and then a turn with each sphere to set himself up for that lateral run and start dishing out some pain. And Reliance just going to hang back a little bit.
Ready.
If Nick's got that kind of vision, if Ebon decides to do Kungabouts, that's where the Reliant will come into its own. They'll be there chasing them. Ebon should get some pot shots off here, really. If you can get the range game right. There's a lot of hull and shields to chew through.
So Terrell, when you're ready.
Yeah, slow roll, nice.
Okay. My Shakar gonna be a 1 turn,
Nice, good coverage.
and I'll take a threat analysis. And it's yours.
So Sao Paulo will cruise around 1.
Nicely done.
Yeah, I wasn't quite sure, but I'll take that.
That's perfection. Yeah.
Your battle stations. The horn dog he's a coming. Zooming for
Back in formation.
your battle stations. And then your ace.
Okay, core. Also going to do that, and also threat analysis. And car. Gonna zoom over there and do a battle stations. But not entirely sure there's going to be any shooting this round unless.
If the wine grapes is just scooching on that one, and grabbing the battle stations.
I expected Riker to be a bit more
Okay.
aggressive, actually.
Just out. I wasn't sure there.
So, tokens, end phase. Dials.
Nice hard 2 to the left for the Reliant for the next turn is coming. Seal it up quite nicely. Make it difficult for all the rest of the Defiance to get shots on it. Sandic needs to play it a little bit more reservedly because it hasn't got Tashiyar, so it hasn't got suicide ability. It's still a powerful ship in its own right. Just checking out 2 5-dice attacks. So if it will really start coming into its own now. Now it's disrupted the Defiant Wolfpack. But yeah, Nick doesn't. I think all Nick needs to do really is probably a 1 forwards. There's no need to rush into it. He's more than likely going to get a shot off. But he needs to be careful not to get stuck at range 2. Whereas the Defiance, I think a 3 or a 4 for the Wolfpack will get some pulse phases, which play. They've got to play the range 1 to 2 game each for them optimum offense. Nick obviously wants range 1, but he's pretty happy with 6 dice at range 2. Unless Nick's got capacity to do a 1 reverse. Can't really tell from this angle. Mini don't. Such a bad cat. Has Nick got capacity to go? He does, it looks like to me. He could get away with a 1 reverse. Not sure it'd benefit him that much, but he needs to be chucking attack dice out. Just out of range 3, about an inch. Thinking hard those 2.
Yep, ready.
Round 5, aren't they? Round 2 they engage, round 3 they destroy. Round 4 they re-entered. Round 5 they do the next move with their ships.
Tails go scoot forward 1 and hop on evade. Over to you.
Is going to do
Ooh,
a
great.
3 and then turn to the right
Fancy in it.
and take a threat analysis.
Very nice.
Hmm.
There's pincer in him.
All of my ships.
Yep.
So the Sao Paulo will go forward 1.
Nice.
It's gonna evade. Yep, so I forgot to remove that.
I was just going to say, is the card still on cooldown?
Yeah. I knew that's something I forgot to do. And then the Horn Dog will carry on barreling forward
It's going to get messy.
and is going to target lock
Isn't it? What would I shoot? It's going to have to be the Sao Paulo. This
And then-
planet, isn't it?
the Wine Grapes. It's going to go forward 1
Massive.
and give everyone a battle stations. Reproc into card.
And then any pot shots clear up the Tyrell ship for some easy points.
Okay.
Yeah.
So core is doing a
It's got a good shot for that.
turn to the right, a battle stations, and I'm going to do a hard 2 with Reliant.
Not quite a shot, but you set up for the next turn.
Damn, just out. Never mind. Yeah, I'll take a battle stations regardless.
Maybe a target lock.
Okay, so you didn't do any calculating, did you?
No.
Okay,
Probably a mistake there.
so it'll be my 8 first.
It would be a mistake, but I'm hoping that I can maybe kill one. Considering no greenies.
No greens, no.
Calculating may be handy when you respawn on top of me.
Yeah. So I've got yeah, no shot unfortunately with the Reliant. That's annoying. So it'll just be core.
Got to take out Wharf. It's got to be done. Yeah, but then if he shoots Tyrell, he's
Sure.
not getting shot.
Best option is here.
Yeah, he's in a rock and a hard place. Ideally, you want to shift the Paolo, because that's just going to be pure damage.
Yeah, okay. Core's gonna shoot the Sao Paulo actually.
I swear they're not
And
listening.
I was going to steal your
Ooh,
battle stations away from you.
I forgot about that.
Okie dokie.
Yeah, that's good.
So I will have a 6 dice primary at range 2.
Could be interesting this.
Oof, that's not good. So I can re-roll 2 attack dice because of core, and I have 2 crew. So I will just choose these middle 2 here.
Oh, nice. Good recovery.
That's something at least. So only 4 hits.
Gonna spend
Greens. So we will discard Red Alert to spend on my battle stations and get it back. And then spend the evade as well.
one shield.
And
So-
just take 1 on the shield.
Slightly hear the disappointment in Nick's voice there.
And my 8s and 7s.
Yep.
Not what he wanted.
So
His
card
nephew's got
first.
Tyrell, so Tyrell doesn't get as many dice.
He will go into Shakar Saphir with phaser cannons.
It's a valid point. If you manage to
Yeah.
shoot Shakar,
D4,
Shakar,
4
then
reds.
Tyrell gets a shot.
Yeah, we will spend battle stations there.
That's 3 shields off Shikar, yeah?
Indeed, yeah.
Okay.
And then I will follow that up with his normal primary, which gets +1 for the upgraded phasers and 4 dice again. And another 3 damage.
Shield's gone off of that sphere.
It's painful.
And then I will do the same again with the Horn Dog, which will get an extra red dice due to you being more chunky than I.
It is indeed chonky.
And Riker will spend the target lock on that one to reroll those 4.
Interesting. What's it got there? 3 hits.
We will just take those 3 damage.
Okay, 4 hole
So
left.
3 more, no crits.
No crits. And then I will do his normal attack, which will be the same dice.
Just about survives.
3 damage.
3 more.
Absolute pounding. Still there with 1 hole.
We will Sao Paulo phaser cannons. I need to take those.
This will do it.
And launch another 4 dice at Shakar. And we will do the war shenanigans for 2 hits, 2 crits.
Okay. 2 hits. And the crit will be minor hull breach and direct hit. So it is
Shakar when the Borg fell. We will Sao Paulo normal attack into core
Yep.
for
Deal
2
for
crits, 2
the
hits.
extra shot. It's excellent target priority by Ebon.
So 4 shields. I think you've got Terrell to shoot as well, haven't you?
Oh yes, indeed, Terrell. I honestly wasn't expecting him to be in this position, so
Well, you made the right choice of shooting Shakar. It was shoot the ship that had still a shot to take, basically. So yeah, you did the right thing.
yeah, I only remember to do that at the last second. But Terrell will launch his phaser cannons. He's here too. That will be for 4 dice on the phaser cannons. And 3 hits. And then he will follow that up with his normal attack with an extra dice for range 1.
Nick's still got plenty of time to get back into it, but he's
And
definitely.
he will spend his battle stations on that one for 4 damage.
So all the shields are 2 hole.
Pretty sure in Star Trek lore, the Defiant class was designed to combat the Borg.
It was indeed.
Yeah, it's showing it. Look at that.
Tough little ships.
Little.
Okay. End of an extremely bloody round.
Yes, much blood has been shed.
So
I don't know, this Borg has to come back in.
There's no phaser
time
cannons for Ebon this
tokens
round,
off
so
of them.
this is Nick's chance to get back in this.
Let's reshuffle in all of those.
Might pull through.
Also,
Right, so that's,
send Julian Bashir down to Warwick Station
Yeah.
and get him ship shape again.
So 1 less shield on Shakar.
Come on. Give me my graphic. Got there eventually. If I was Nick, mind you, it depends if Evan's going going to turn in. I'll probably, if I was going to deploy at the edge, because then suddenly those defiance have a real tough choice. Where do we go?
Yep, I'll place him there.
Not the most ideal solution.
Indeed.
I suppose he could always reverse, which is a very viable thing. Because Ebon isn't going to want to go into the corner because he'll box himself in. Ironically.
So dials.
Round 6. Still plenty of time to get back into it. Destroying Tyrell's an extra. Put Nick up to 49. It's still within the realms of possible. Nick is likely to lose his core sphere. No, excuse me. Let's make an impact.
I imagine that looked glorious, all 4 of them firing their phaser cannons.
It's really nice.
How did it feel, Nick?
Finally something was able to soak up all of these attacks.
I've flipped initiative, so you're Tyrell whenever you're ready.
You will. Ooh, terrible. You were meant to ram him. He fails to catch you with his stick and jumps over. So he will. I mean, he'll grab an evade. I hadn't really planned for him to have an action. So.
Yeah, so Shakar, gonna do a 2 reverse and a threat analysis.
And Sao Paulo will go forward 1, and panel stations, and Horn Dog will bank in 1,
Nick very eager to get some shots
and
off. He's not deployed that sphere, right?
battle stations.
Okay. So my 8s are at move first, so core. Gonna reverse
Oh, nice.
and do a threat analysis. And then
Excellent move.
Reliant, just a 1 forwards,
Spot on.
and a battle stations.
Reliant should finish off Tyrell and do some massive damage to someone. So I'd expect to see 2 Defiant snuff it here. But the sphere is definitely gone.
Wire rapes first.
Yep.
He will shoot range 2 into the ball for 4 reds.
At least he's got simultaneous fire, I suppose.
We will leave. We will spin battle stations. Oh, he's rolling instead.
Sorry,
And so just 2 hits.
I think that's enough to kill it. What have I got? 7 hull. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's core dead, but it's simultaneously.
Sadly, I was not calculating.
So core's return shot. So you spent the battle stations on that one, didn't you?
Yes.
Okay.
80, 120. Nick needs to do something special. He needs to get his head back in the game. He's kind of lost his thought process. I think he was confident to start off with, and he's kind of losing his way a little bit here.
Yeah, core's going to shoot the horn dog at range 1 for 7 dice.
So, yeah.
4, 5, 6,
2 base.
7.
Ooh,
So I get 4 greens, 2 base, 1 from Terrell and 1 from Riker, and you being chunky.
is he in range of terror?
Yes, I hadn't factored in Riker. Yeah, why not? Okay, so rolling. And I'll use my 2 rerolls on these 2 here.
It's much better when not shooting Vorik.
And then
Spend it. You want to
that was a crit.
That was a crit, yeah.
And I will spend my threat analysis for what's that? 5 hits, 2 crits.
Should only be 3 dice, really. I don't think it's
Ooh.
These greens.
That's
So that is 6. And that is him down the second time.
Well, there's some points for Nick at least.
He comes back with just the 1 shield next time.
He's, 56.
getting easier to kill. Okay,
Confidence going
so
back
that's
into Nick's
core
voice
gone
there.
as well. So I got my Reliant to shoot next.
Oh yes, indeed. Yes, also an 8.
So the Reliant is going to shoot Terrell first at range 2, and it will be 2 base plus 1 for Car and 2 lone wolves, lone hunts.
Should be
So
another
5.
default die here. You should expect Terrell to die for sure.
And I will use Car reroll on this one. And I will use Balana's reroll for this one. And I will actually spend the battle stations
Good
for 4 hits and a crit.
Die card.
Ooh.
He is dead because he's only got the 1 hull.
Nick desperate.
And
to
then
goes through.
I'll shuffle those 2 back into the deck at the end.
Okay, and I will trigger enhanced phasers for a shot on the.
Sao Paulo. Why not? It's a nice meaty choice.
On the Sao Paulo, actually,
Yeah, that's what I'd do.
because Vorik is not going to be doing anything at this stage. So that's just going to be 5 into the Sao Paulo. And I will use my Car reroll for this one, and my Balana reroll for this one. For 3 hits, 2 crits. That's range 2, so just the 3, isn't it?
Yeah.
Ooh,
And we will spend our battle stations. And then take 3 on the shield.
there's a bit of hope there for Nick.
That shield's gone on Sao Paulo, yeah.
Indeed.
Okay.
And then the Sao Paulo will return some fire at the Borg. 4 hits.
Okay.
No walk needed.
That is 1 green, I think, for range 3. Not that it made a difference, so that's 4 shields off of Shikar.
I can never seem to get my bloody audio levels right. Solid microphone.
Okay.
Oh,
Well, that was a slightly more bloody round against yourself, so.
Hello there.
Hello.
So why am I piping up? I'm glad you asked.
What have I missed?
One message from Brian. Do not forget to draw your criticals, because they may ask you to discard a secondary weapon.
Okay.
I don't suffer crits.
Yes, I think the only one would have been that.
I don't suffer crits at all because of ablative.
That's true, yeah. And in my case, I've been drawing the crits, so I think that's fine. Okay, in the meantime, time tokens off that, time token off that, time token off that. Boom. Right, we can respawn our ships. Oh. Okay, yeah, core's going to go back there. So,
Cursed microphone. Maybe
perfect.
I'll have the
Dials.
volumes right now, perhaps. Who knows? Sounded right earlier, but. There we go. Is that any good?
Okay.
Back with 2 shields.
So, wine grapes is still full
Yeah.
health, isn't it?
Yes, yeah, they both return to full health. I'm sorry, wine grapes. Wine grapes is yet to take any damage, and the Sao Paulo is only losing shields.
Okay, you're Terrell.
Four.
One does help, one does hope. Wine grapes, what a great name.
Yeah, we will proper target lock out.
Okay. Okay, so Shikar is going to do a 1 forward, just hop over the base, and take a threat analysis.
5 hits. Condor is going to go forward 4 and do the same, grab a target lock. Sao Paulo will come round 2. Eight. Evade. And then wine grapes will come round 2 and pop card back on the cooldown and give out a battle stations to himself and his friend.
How's about that? Okay, that's
Okay.
that's better. We're getting somewhere now.
So core. Gonna do one
Is that a
forward.
bit better?
Take a threat analysis.
There we go. There we go. There we go.
And then the Reliant. Gonna do a one forwards. And take a battle stations. Okay. So, my 2 8s to shoot first.
Indeed.
So the Reliant's going to go first. Going to be core, and then I'm going to shoot the wine grapes first at range 1. So it will be 2 standard plus range 1 plus 2 for lone wolf, but you are equal.
Right, sorted the
skills,
microphone
so
issue out.
Don't get
Obviously, I've
car.
got that background noise. That's just the fan of the computer. Ugh, bane of my life.
And I will car reroll this one. Okay, for 3 hits, 2 crits.
Face down.
And then I'll trigger enhanced phasers for a follow-up shot on the Sao Paulo. This is also range
Your battle stations.
for us, yeah.
Indeed.
Okay. But you're a lower captain skill, so I get 1 extra. Okay, so I'll car reroll this one. Do it a second time. And then I'll Balana this one. Ooh, it was leaning. Okay, that's 4 hits and a crit on the Sao Paulo.
Is Nick in the money, Mini Moo?
We will return the evade token.
I think Nick is in the money.
And take. It will just be 2 face downs.
Yep. Okay, so core. Gonna have to be on the Sao Paulo, I think. So I'll take a primary weapon 6 dice attack on the Sao Paulo. And I'll just spend my threat analysis for 6 hits. Well,
Indeed. Range 2, yeah?
Yep.
No greens. And the last damage. It is down. Your next shot.
So out of range with Shikar.
Extra green on. Um,
78.
Oh,
I've got no more shots. I'm out of range with Shikar.
are you? Okay, cool. Oh, yeah. So Picard will just pop 5 reds into the Reliant. Oh, hang about the Picard won't, because the Horn Dog's in range. So he's got... Oh no, I am doing it right, I'm sorry.
Yeah, you got to do it.
It's getting a little late. I need a cup of tea. And so there's 5.
Alright. Oh,
And we will spend the battle station, so yeah, 4. Hitting a crit.
Just 2 defense.
understood.
So take 1 shield.
Reliant still has the shield, so I've still got 1 now.
To shoot 4 reds at range 3. I'll leave it as 2 damage.
So yeah, range 3, yeah.
Yeah, range 3.
Oh, and another shield. Okay.
Like a little Reliance holding in there.
So
It should have been on the hull, unless he's got a shield upgrade.
no, I rolled 1 evade, so you had 2 hits, didn't you?
Yeah, but the wine grapes did one shield as well, didn't it?
Yeah, I was fresh with 2 shields back from.
Oh, when you respawn, you respawn at -1 shield.
Yeah, so I had 3 shields originally.
Oh, okay, I see what you mean. Okay, this is the base updated.
Oh right, what's the base say? Oh yeah, base says 2. That's strange. Yeah, I'm going by the card. The card says 3, so.
Yeah, no, I go by the card. I just got confused by the base. I didn't know if that was something you did or.
Time for this.
Yeah, I had never noticed that. That's something we need to bring up to someone, Jerry, possibly.
It's
Okay.
watching. Jerry. Reliant base.
So there you go, respawn.
Ooh. I'm up behind.
It's just going to have to be a 4K with a Reliant to try and slot Picard. It's on the knife edge now.
Um,
Is it a 3K?
Shuffle
Let
those
me
back
just,
in.
a duel a check. So, yeah, I imagine it's probably. Oh, it doesn't have a come about. That's not good for the Miranda. He's gonna have no shot. He could do reverse, but he's just gonna set himself up for the Defiance behind him. I think at this point it's crucial Nick doesn't fall into that trap. We've got 10 minutes. It's going to come right down to the wire, this one. I think Nick's killed more ships. I'm going to have to do a breakdown on all this. So there's 4 tokens on Ebon's side. 3 tokens on Nick. So it's a 5-point difference at the moment. So if Nick shifts that, somehow shifts the wine grapes, which is
Okay,
Picard
ready.
should define, he'll be back in it.
A second.
His spheres are not in the best positions.
Oh no, I've flipped it already.
You did it. Sweet. So more green die. He will come round with a hard 2. He is
Interesting
going
choice.
to just battle stations because that's what he can do for now. And over to you.
If Nick's
Okay.
done a 2 reverse,
Shakar is doing a
that'd be a genius move.
left turn, and I haven't been keeping up with the time tokens. My bad. Yeah, threat analysis.
There's so many of them going on in this game.
Yeah, there we go.
Round 8
Threat
at
analysis.
least.
There we go. Yeah, your 7s.
And Sao Paulo is doing a free bank. And all battle stations. And the Horn Dog is doing the same. And will also battle stations. And then my 8. He will just skip over
Is that gonna do it? What's
and
the
get an
number
Orc's
there?
power for his troubles.
Okay, and the core. Gonna do that.
Nice. At least he's got a
And,
sugar
oh,
next
that's
to him.
yours. And take a threat analysis. And the Reliant.
Okay, good move.
Gonna scoot over there. And I'll take an evade.
Done what you can with what he's got, but it's... At least he's not giving up points, and Nick's still got another round, I think, to be able to rescue it. That Defiant's coming back in.
Press the wine grapes to shoot.
Yep.
That's
And then
range
that will
2
be
as well.
for 4 reds from the phaser cannons.
Probably not the best investment for phaser cannons there, but must be getting desperate to shift it.
2 damage.
Oof. Alright. Spend the evade and take 1 hull.
We will fund up normal attack for save again, 2 damage.
Oh,
Take another hull.
And into next turn.
What are the chances?
Gonna leave those battle stations tokens there. Giving up on these time tokens at this point.
Reliant has got a big target on his back. I'm not sure how Nick can save it. 2 reverse maybe. He's definitely dead with a 2 to the left. I think we'll just play the wild card and have to do a 2 reverse.
Shit, did I just... Yeah, that's my bad. It was a... that.
Probably the last round
There we
here. I think Miranda is the key to it now.
Ready.
Second. will go forward 4
Okay.
and grab a battle stations.
Shakar, do a 4 forwards, and take his battle stations with him. Your 7s.
And Sao Paulo will steam forward. As well, please.
Sorry?
Will you get the little token from underneath as well, please?
Oh, yeah. There we go.
Great, thank you. Alright. Him. Monarch will do the same, hopefully get a little angle going on there. So 2.
Out there. Okay. Okay, and then finally, have we flipped this time? I don't even know.
Yes.
Did you flip it?
No. So,
Last round.
So you're 8 first then.
I think that's done Nick a favour. If Nick's done a 2
1.
reverse, it's done Nick a massive favour.
He's pretty. He's gonna pop his card ability again and drop every one of our stations.
Or is Nick just going to go balls to the wall and just turn in and go, no, I'm going out on my own terms for some enhanced
And we are
phases?
set.
Okay. Core. It's going to rocket forwards. And sit there.
Ooh.
And the Reliant.
Oh dear.
Is pretty stuffed this turn. I
Yeah,
will take
not the move you wanted to
a
do.
evade. Okay, and I think we're into the final turn of shooting.
Indeed.
So
So
it will be,
you're 8 first.
yeah, Reliant's not got a shot. So it's Core.
Shoot the card.
So Core is going to shoot the wine grapes at range 1.
Who's that at the back there? The horn dog. I probably would have shot the horn dog. Because you know you're
Yeah,
going to kill the
7.
wine groups with the sphere.
And I don't see any reason not to spend my battle stations for that. That's 7 hits.
That's a kill.
Yes, he will die, but he will take his simultaneous fire.
Yep.
Surprisingly, he will target the Reliant. He will
That range 3.
range 3, yep, and that'll be 4 green, 4 reds from him. Yeah, hit 2 crits.
Come on, little Reliant, you can do it.
Bloody hell.
You can.
Natties, very nice.
Insane. Okay. So that's the 8 gone. So I next shoot at 6.
Flaming Wrecker and Miranda just
Uh,
navigated
so-
that. Very nice. I'm gonna survive this.
Unfortunately, was Il Paolo? Yeah, plenty.
Got me four reds. Four damage.
Need that same roll again.
Oh, so
nearly enough.
close.
So spends the evade. Takes an extra, and it goes bang. So there goes that, and then I'll. Oh yeah, Horn Dog gets to shoot first, doesn't it?
Shoot the one with one shield left, because why not?
Yep.
Both at range 2, and we pop phaser cannons into them for 4. No, for 4.
It's down to 5. Shikara's down to 1 shot.
And yeah, we're spending the battle stations. So,
Take 1 and 2 to the hull.
and then its main shot, which will be 4 +1 for upgraded and +1 for chunkiness. Stations. Whee! Just the one.
What was the It doesn't really matter, but yeah, said 4 + 1.
Yeah.
1.
+1 for upgraded and +1 for ablative, but I realised that there
Yeah.
should be 1 less anyway because it's free. Phaser cannons is 4.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so 1 more to the hull, and then Shikar is going to take a 6 dice shot back at it.
Moment of truth. You could
Oh,
shift
no,
it.
that's 6. So Shikar does that, and Shikar can re-roll blanks. 4,
Could
and I
do
spend
it.
the battle stations for 5 hits.
Not great. He needs 4 damage to go through.
Just out of Terrell, isn't it?
Yeah, just out. So
Two
just the extra
thanks.
+1 from Riker and ablative, so +2.
So takes 3 to the hull. Is that? Did it come back with shield?
Yeah, because I got
Ah.
so 2 shields and 1 face down. And he escapes by a whisker.
Should be 2 hull, because obviously you came back the second time with 1 less shield, so you.
Oh,
won't
yeah,
come
of
back with
course.
1 shield, but yeah, it's fine. He's alive on 1 hull.
He still scrapes it.
Yeah, and that is game. So
Oh,
A very, very bloody game.
yeah, with that critical hit.
I
on
don't
there,
know what the score is.
I think you've edged it.
I'll feed you in a second.
I think it's 151 to Ebon and 140 to Nick, not including
Yeah.
your crit tokens.
So I just killed the wine grapes. So
Got the same crit tokens.
So
Oh, yeah,
1,
yeah,
2,
1,
3, 4,
And then
5.
you go.
So I got
and 4.
5. So yeah, I got plus.
So is that 1 point?
I got plus 25, and you got plus 20. So it still doesn't.
Or 6 points? I don't know. It's late, and I'm getting bad at maths.
It is 6
One of you will
difference,
tell me.
6-point difference. What a bloody game!
That feels about right. To be fair, like it was so close.
Especially with the horn dog hanging in there on 1 hull at the end as well.
Yeah, I thought it was a gamble spending. As soon as I spent the battle stations, I was like, that was a mistake. But I had stars in my eyes. He was going to go out firing.
So I'm just double checking it all now. So we've got, what's this? Sao Paulo. So if I count all of your ships I've killed at least once, that's 120. And then I killed your horn dog, your Riker, a second time. So that's 148. And then I get another 25 on that. So 173, is that right, Ange? Is that what you've got?
I've got 171.
I've got 173 as my points scored, and points lost. I've got. Where's my list quickly? So it'll be 120 plus. I lost the Defiant, no Reliant the second time. 31 plus 20. 171. So, if strangely enough, if my maths is right, I've won it by 2 points. But shall we?
Let's just break this down. So the Sao Paulo is 41 points. Picard's Defiance 30 points. Riker's Defiance 28, and Tyrell's is 21, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I've got
Hang
links
on.
here.
Yeah, I've got the links here. Like I said, it's best to just go, look, I've killed all of them once, so that's 120 points, naturally. And then I killed the Horn Dog a second time, which gave me an extra 28 points. That's Riker's ship, 28 points. And then I add 25 because of my +5 bonus for killing 5 ships, which is 25, and then that's 173.
Riker was 28 points, wasn't he?
Yeah.
So then you got 176. Nick, you got 176, yeah?
176 is it?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, I believe so. No, not for me, for you. 173 for me, and I believe it's 176 for you.
120, 151 for Ebon, 171 for Ebon because of the 4 tokens. So Ebon's got 171 with the crit tokens. We're all just independently adjudicating it once I've got the right camera angle. So yeah, as Nick said, there's 1 token on every ship, and then there's 1 token on Riker, which is the 28 point ship.
Yeah, so I got
120, 148.
I've got a little calculator up here anyway, so
171.
plus 28, and then I add another 25 because I got 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 from the crit tokens, plus 25, 173.
So,
Yeah, I just whipped it up. I got 173.
yeah.
So I got one. So I got 173, and he got 171. Is that it?
Yeah, I've got 171 for Evan for sure, and yeah, your math works out 173. Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Okay. Well, I don't think that's a fair reflection of the game. Well, actually, no. I think it probably is a fair reflection.
No, I think it is.
Being
Like,
that
like, it was just on that toss of the ships, wasn't it? So I think it was that close because we both wiped out a whole fleet each.
Yeah.
+1.
I started to get a little panicky with the Reliant at the end there, as you probably saw. In hindsight, a 1 reverse probably wouldn't have been a bad shout because I would have not got shot at all then. But there was a couple of maneuvers during that game where I would wish I'd done something different. But yeah, it was the Borg.
You weren't aggressive enough with your Borg, and that's what got you down in the first game.
Can I just say,
nope.
It's hard to be aggressive with something that doesn't turn for 2. You know, it takes 2 turns to turn.
Well, you know the answer to that, don't you? Don't put in a position where you got to turn it twice.
Yeah, I know. Again, second ever time flying a Borg ship, so.
I feel
yeah.
like if you're gonna like bank on, say, like on round 1, yeah, coming out nice and fast. Because then that way, if they respawn, there's more. Then you're trying to want to trap them in the half of the board, aren't you? So either they got to turn and run, which you can then chase, or they've got to really come towards you and double down. Whereas if you hang back too much, it's able just to keep skirting in that range 3 free area where it's
The
nice and
fuck
safe.
into this.
My plan all along
Do you know what I've done
was
there?
that I wanted ideally to engage closer to my side of the board, so that when you respawned, you had to travel across the board to get back to me. Whereas if I respawned, I'm back in the fight straight away.
Yeah.
So that was the plan anyway. But yeah, it didn't quite go that way.
Speed 4 does keep them in there.
It does, definitely.
And I think it helped that when they did die, I was either just coming in, so they were able to catch up quick, or I was just on the way out, so again able to catch
Somehow
up.
activated that.
I was very, very tempted to just keep shooting the horn dog until it's just this little ship that comes back with 3 hull only. It's like,
Shoot it enough, it comes back, it will die again.
I'll just keep racking up those 28 points over and over and over again. Because the Sao Paulo was just an absolute pain in the arse.
Yeah,
to
you
go.
don't want to you don't want to shoot that with the Borg, because that is the time where your Borg rolls 6 battle stations. You're like, motherfucker.
Yeah, definitely. Dear. But no, it was a great game, really.
Yeah, no, really fun. And great to, like, say, fly against the Borg for the first time. They were really good.
Yeah, but
It's
as
just
you
a shame Nick's
noticed,
really
it-
bad.
Yeah, yeah.
Shade.
didn't fly them to their full potential. But you've seen how quickly they can die, I suppose. But
Yeah, but
again, that
they
might be just how I'm flying them.
Well,
also no. I think it's in a normal game I can't be as aggressive coming at you, because taking one down cost me like half the fleet. So
Yes. Yeah, you did I'd say about 1.5, maybe 1 3/4 amount with your 8 shots that you managed to get against me. That was difficult to take. That was.
yeah, the Defiants do shoot a lot.
Yeah, and again, you picked the right one. If you'd gone for core, I probably would have been like, oh, thank God, at least Shakar's got a shot. But when you killed Shakar, and I was like, okay,
Yeah.
I guess I'm not shooting this round.
So I knew I had the fallback, because the Defiant does what, like 9 damage or so, 8, 9 as the fallback. I just
Yeah.
had to hope that the other guys could roll up what they needed. But as I said, it took all the shots but the last one.
Thank
And
you,
Terrell.
yeah.
So there's quite a lot of the more than half.
But yeah, it's going to be an interesting to see how your Defiants go in round 2.
Well, the plan is enter the nebula, calculating, kill everything, and get out. And then if things don't die, then I have problems.
Obviously, you just
Solid
need to
plan.
be aware that you won't be able to use your phaser cannons in the nebula. But well, you will be able to use them. You just won't want to, because
Yeah.
they'll hurt you as much as you hurt them.
And no shields.
Yeah, exactly. So phaser cannons are like suicide in the nebula.
How big is the nebula?
Actually, I can show you here. Where's the board? Let me just pop it down there a sec. So that's the setup. So you'll be setting up obviously in your bottom left, bottom right corners. And then you've got that much nebula to play with, so
There's plenty of room for me to not even enter the nebula.
yeah, there's still enough board there. If I set it to that, there's your space to play with, and there's your nebula to play with.
I think there's definitely maybe an advantage to be had to coming in hard and weaving in and out.
Definitely.
Yeah, I'm intrigued by the second one, especially because you can't shoot in and out as well. So it's just
Yeah,
an interesting
exactly.
setup. I like it.
Yeah, it's going to be really interesting. I do wonder if there's going to be entire games where nobody goes in the nebula, and it just
I
ends
could
up.
see quite a few like 0-0s maybe, or like people who just aren't able to get shots off because some people are in open space, some in the nebula, and it being quite cagey, and others where maybe there's just only death.
Yep. So yeah. Well, thanks anyway.
You know, thank you. It was a great game.
It
Good to
was
face
a very
you.
good game. Yes, good to face you. And yeah. Or thanks for streaming, Haz.
I
Indeed,
try.
as always, thank you.
Okay. See you later.
Peace. Cheers, guys.
Right.
Time to do
Indeed.
outro.
Take care, everyone.
The outro. Justice for Galaxy Class.